Alright, in this video we're going to take a look at how we can prepare this cottage floor plan for import and use in SketchUp. We're using AutoCAD 2014, so we want to think about a few things. Number one, we want to make sure that we only include the information that we're going to use for reference in SketchUp. And so we'll want to not include any text or annotations. And we're also going to make sure that any multi-lines are exploded. And then finally, what we'll do is we'll save the information that we're going to use by using WBlock and to save it in the correct version format. So let's take a look at how we're going to do this. As you can see right now, I'm looking at the AutoCAD layout view. If I were to double click within my viewport, now I have access to the model information. Okay, at this point, what I'm going to do is, if you've been editing or making adjustments to your file, you can save. After this point, whatever I do here, I can just close it without saving. Okay? So, first thing I want to do is take a look at my layer information, right? What information am I showing? What do I want to hide? Okay, so I'll just use the freeze layer button here to freeze things like dimensions. I'm going to freeze door and window markers and freeze room labels. I wouldn't worry so much about any text that you might see or be included with your other blocks. Most often that information is already exploded just into simple line work. Okay, so we definitely want to make sure that we can see the interior walls, exterior walls, doors, windows. We also want to see the fixtures, appliances. Okay? And what would be optional but not required here would be the porches. And we could take a look at that separately. Just generally right now what I have here would be the minimum requirement. So if you wanted to include the porch to show the deck and stairs, we could do that as well. And in fact, let me just show you if I turn on that information or thaw it so you can see it. Okay, so here you can see I've added the stairs, the porch, and again, since we're going to use WBlock here, and I'm not going to save this original file, if I need to, I can freeze information or simply select and delete information. Right? I'm not going to save these changes to my file. I'm just preparing it for WBlock. Now you'll see down here, right, I have all these extra labels. So just for this procedure, I'm going to delete them. And then also you'll notice I don't see the rest of the stairs there. You could temporarily unlock and pan your view. Okay? You need to be able to see everything here that you're going to WBlock. So now if I'm going to scan the model to check for multi-lines, okay, you can use a quick select tool. So again, make sure you're in the model space, and just anywhere in an empty area you can right click and use quick select. The filtering that you'll use here, if you'll notice, you'll see you're going to scan the entire drawing. You're going to look for specifically M lines. This is how you use the filter. Now it doesn't matter what layer they're on or what color, I want to select all multi-lines. And you can see here it just says equals and then the value is by layer. Alright? Basically I'm searching the entire drawing for multi-lines. When I click OK, right, you should see the collection of interior and exterior walls selected. And that would include your finish and your base walls. Right? All you'll have to do here is just type once X and then enter. That is explode. Okay? If you're not sure, if you need to confirm, okay, what you could do is just select any of that line work that represents your walls there, and you could take a look at properties and you'll see it's just a line. Okay, so once we've figured out what layer information we're going to show, removed any text, and exploded any multi-lines, now we can use WBlock. So I would urge you to think about where your project folder location is, and then give this folder or give this file a slightly different name. Start by using W and then enter. This is the right block dialog box. What you're going to do is you're going to be selecting objects. For your base point, okay, you'll use the origin. This will be the same origin that you'll see in your SketchUp model. When it comes to objects, what you'll be able to do is make sure you retain the objects, and when you use this button, what you'll do is in your viewport, you can do a crossing window selection. This ensures that everything within that window is selected. When I hit enter, you should see some number of objects. It doesn't have to be exactly as many objects as I have, right? But make sure you selected all that floor plan information, and including the stairs and the railings if that's what you're going to model as well. Also, take a look at destination and insert units. Notice that we have inches here, and then the destination is the location where you're going to save. Now, you could use the pull down arrow here to locate any previously saved location, or simply use the dialog button right here. What you'll do is you'll be able to navigate. Now, I've already pre-copied the location, but when you navigate to your project directory, okay, you can see I already have a copy in there of the formatted and revised floor plan that will be used in SketchUp. To complete this process, you can see here all you'll need to do is give it a name. So we'll just change the title there slightly, and then ensure that you're using AutoCAD 2010. All right, and click Save. Now, you come right back to the dialog box, and so here you can just double check, make sure you got all your objects selected, make sure you have the origin as the base point, and that you have the right destination. When you're sure of everything, you can just click OK, and then immediately you'll see a little preview there. Okay? If you take a look at your project directory, then you should hit F5 or refresh key, and then you should see your newly WBlocked file.